Hi and welcome to CSCE-436 Advanced Embedded Systems Lab 3. So in the previous videos we went over gate check 1 and 2, and then in this video we'll be going over the required functionality and also B and A level functionality. And then I can also show in the software where we're using 1 bit for a trigger interrupt. So if I just start from the very top, you can see here actually in TerraTerm I do have my left and right bus, which is basically the whole thing of what we're doing in Lab 3, which is just reading from the bus and manipulating that data, taking over the data path in hardware. And we do that with turning on external select. So a lot of this here is just looking for examples, looking for a trigger event, filling the remaining slots, and then filling in the buffer, which is what I do here. And as you can see, if I move my keys, I guess you can't see the trigger time. You see trigger time, trigger volt. If I move them over, channel 1 is the yellow waveform. You can see that the intersection of channel 1, well, the channel 1 is in the intersection of the trigger marks. And if I press T to reset the trigger, it should be in the middle of the screen. For B level, we need to do everything we did previously and then use the ready bit for an interrupt, which is what I do here. See, in my registers, I have a register flag which is on the slave register 5, and the third bit, or I guess if it's 0 index, the second bit, which is the ready bit, and we're calling that as 04. If I go down to the ISR, well, actually, let's see here. 1 bit flag. Actually, what we need to do is to open this up, and here we go. Sorry about that, I had that mixed up. So my oscilloscope IP has a ready signal going out and into the microblaze interrupt. This causes the software to perform an interrupt, which is the prototype is here, and we enable the interrupt here. At the bottom, all we're doing is just making sure we're incrementing our address, essentially, which is the global buffer filler. And if it is not at the very top, which is 1024, it puts whatever that global address is, so that index, it puts in that left bus register. So we're just filling in the array that we have. Let's see here. For A functionality, we are able to enable and disable the triggers, or sorry, not the triggers, but the channels. So I will do that here. So for channel 1 to disable, I will press J. Channel 2 would be K, and if I press both of them, that just enables both of them. You can also see that on the top here we have channel 1, channel 2 enable, set to 1. Otherwise, I press one of them, you set it to 0. This is more for debugging, but it's also nice to know which one it is. Let's see here. The ability to trigger off of channel 2. So I will demonstrate that here. So right now we're triggering off of channel 1. In order to trigger off of channel 2, all we have to press is number 2. And now we are triggering off of channel 2. You see all this, also this moves around. Press T to reset. And the last thing for A level functionality is to change the slope. So if it's rising or falling edge. And I can show that for both the triggers actually. So let's see here. So lowercase e should be falling, which we're already at, but a uppercase e should be rising, which we can see with the green signal. Same thing for the channel 1 signal. Lowercase e should be falling edge. And for the last thing with the bits, let's see here. That's just what I showed you previously, which we can define this ready bit, and then also this flag register comes with 2 other bits, which is the vsync and a max count bit. We don't use these but they're there anyways, so we just define them just in case. And the ready bit is 0x4, which is the second bit, or if it's yeah, it'd be the third bit from the right. And just to make sure we have everything covered. Yep. So I'll just show you again. Oops. Press I for lab 2. And I don't think I'm actually able to shift this over. This shows scrolling, but, well, actually here. We'll do this. Alright, so this should work here. Let's put this at 220 and 205 or 225. Like that. Ooh, that doesn't look very good. 440, 441. There we go. This website is onlinetonegenerator.com, and unfortunately this website does change the amplitude of the waveform, but for the purpose of this demonstration, we just want to see scrolling from channel 2 when we have channel 1. And if I press channel 2, oh, here, let me just press I, and then press 1 or 2. So if I hold down the grapboard buffer, you can see that it's being triggered off of channel 1. Press channel 2. You can see that channel 1 is scrolling.